All right, here with Stacey Roy at the Edmonton Expo. So how long have you been doing cosplay?
I'd say about 2.5 years now.
What kind of characters got you kind of interested in cosplay?
In cosplay? Well, actually, I started off by making a fan film for StarCraft, and at the time I didn't even know what cosplay was, but I had to make the costume for it, and that was the first cosplay I ever did. It was a ghost costume, and then it got featured everywhere, and I was like, what is this cosplay site that I'm on? And then it just kind of took off from there. I was like, I love this, let's do it.
Ghost kind of had a lot of popularity around that time. I mean, there was the game coming out, and then that got canceled.
Yeah.
And then I think with Heroes of the Storm, that brought a lot of like the Blizzard characters kind of back into the forefront.
Yeah.
What other Blizzard characters have you dressed up as aside from Tracer?
Aside from Tracer, I guess just Kerrigan the Ghost.
Okay.
The Ghost costume, yeah.
What are some of the other costumes that people have seen you in?
I've done a couple versions of Harley Quinn, and I also acted as Harley Quinn in a web series, which was a lot of fun. So I love her. She's a great character. I've also done some Star Wars. I was a stormtrooper yesterday. Alice in Wonderland. I'm like looking at my prints right now. I'm like, oh, Durarara. I also made that costume for another fan film as well. So
the fan films and the web series, where can people find those?
You can check out my YouTube channel, which is RP Whabam, or you can just search Stacey Roy or the Nerdy Bartender.
Excellent. So what kind of interests do you have aside from cosplay that you kind of try to work into your cosplay?
Well, I'm a Twitch streamer,
okay.
So that's also why I like cosplay. So I love video games. So I stream a lot of games on Twitch, and I do Nerdy Bartender, and I have a virtual reality show. So I just like all things nerdy related, and
nice.
Cosplay goes with that.
What games are you streaming on Twitch?
Hearthstone, I really like, and I was just playing Tomb Raider, the newest one. So good.
Excellent. So, with a lot of your outfits and whatnot, what is the kind of time frame that you take to kind of put together like a costume like Tracer?
Oh, everything is so different. With my Tracer cosplay, I had Henchman Props help me with it because he was a part of the project we were working on, and so many hours went into it, and so many things were 3D printed. The wig alone, just fixing it up before I came here, took about 8 hours just to restyle it and fix it up. So they take hundreds of hours, some of them, and then some cosplays I've done are pretty simple. A little sewing and make some cool guns.
What's the most complex outfit that you've kind of put together?
Probably for me that I made all on my own was my Durarara, my Celti, and it's because it was a helmet, so I had to sculpt ears on it, and it took a long time, a lot of painting, a lot of sanding.
Nice. And where are you based out of?
I live in Vancouver, but I was born in Alberta, so I am an Alberta girl.
Nice. So you had how many conventions have you actually kind of been part of?
Well, this convention, Edmonton Expo, is the first time I've ever had a booth.
Okay.
Yeah, which is pretty exciting for me.
So you just basically toured around.
Yeah, I went to different conventions. Last year I was at BlizzCon, and I'm going to be at BlizzCon again this year, and I cannot wait for that one. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like the big, even like the big booths that they do at BlizzCon, like the big World of Warcraft stuff, where they have like kind of like the big statues and that
so
kind of
good.
stuff.
Have you been?
I haven't gone to BlizzCon.
Just seen some stuff online.
Mostly, yeah. And I mean, I've seen their kind of stuff at like PAX, like they had the new expansion. Legion or whatever at PAX and stuff for people to try out and everything like that. So you've been part of like playing World of Warcraft and
not World of Warcraft. No. Just I used to play some StarCraft a little bit, but mostly played Hearthstone and of course Overwatch, as far as Blizzard games go.
So aside from dressing as Tracer, who is your favorite character on Overwatch? Is it Tracer?
I have to say Tracer. Of course it's Tracer. She's so spunky and she has such a great attitude and she's a total badass. I love her. But as far as playing the game, I usually play as Winston because he's a little bit easier to handle and play as.
So with like Overwatch and like the popularity that's kind of exploded around it, despite the game not really having like a lot of story stuff built into the game, the characters have been really attaching to a lot of the fan base.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping they announce a single player campaign at BlizzCon. That's what I'm hoping for. Because they have developed the characters so much that I think that's what's coming.
I hope so. That's definitely one of my favorite things about like those types of games is like the backstories of those characters, who they are, because they have that big opening cutscene where they talk about how they're needed more than ever.
Yeah.
And then nothing.
Oh, and their cinematics that they have created are so beautifully done.
Nice. Are you really, really good at Overwatch?
No,
Or-
I'm terrible actually
Yeah.
at Overwatch. I'll admit it. Not great at that game, but it's a lot of fun to play. So I really like it. I've never been super good at first-person shooters though.
What race have you kind of favored in StarCraft?
Oh, it's been a long time. Okay, you're gonna have to help me with this.
There's the Terran,
Yeah.
the Zerg.
Zerg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I
rushing
always
with all
thought
the
it'd be
dogs.
so cool to have them too in like a movie
There's
or
the
something.
Protoss would be the other one as well
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, mostly when I played, like I said, I played a little bit of StarCraft, but I used to watch Husky cast a little bit back in the day. But he doesn't do it anymore, I don't think.
I don't think so. I got familiar with Husky StarCraft through that kind of stuff, and then a bunch of the other YouTubers that were kind of around him when he was kind of doing that thing as well too.
Yeah. It's kind of, it doesn't seem as popular anymore. Overwatch, it's all Overwatch right now, right?
And how often do you actually Twitch stream?
So I Twitch stream at least 4 nights a week, sometimes 5. On Mondays, I've got a Dungeons and Dragons show called Table of Terror. Tuesdays is my virtual reality show. Wednesdays is Wednesday Gaming, where I drink wine and play video games. And then Fridays, Nerdy Bartender.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where are all the places that people can get a hold of you? So there's
Yeah.
at the Stacey Roy, that's your Twitter.
At the Stacey Roy, that's my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Twitch.
All right, and you're on Facebook or official sites?
Facebook for Whabam, or you can go to whabam.tv.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Ooh.
Take your hand.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy the rest of the expo.
For sure.